And that means it's time for the Rotten Mournings
Podcast!
The best way to start your morning off rotten.
Podcast!
Get started if Jess will ever jump on.
Matt just sent me the fucking invite. Chill the fuck out.
Hey
I'm not
guys,
late.
welcome
You're late.
What?
What time is it, Grim?
Podcast!
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Rotten Mournings, the podcast that you enjoy listening to for all your podcast needs.
Or
Podcast.
streaming news.
I'm Scott.
I'm Matt.
I'm Brandy.
I'm Grim. And Jess died.
Jess, and I'm Jess. That's your wife.
I'm Jess.
Okay, well, now you say it with a question mark.
I'm
so-
Jess.
What's this?
We got a really exciting episode for you guys today. Probably the best episode we've ever done.
April Fool.
Oh, you gave it away. Yeah, this one's gonna suck.
Are you leaving her a place to talk?
Yeah.
If there's ever silence, Jess, that's when you talk.
Oh, okay.
This one's gonna suck.
That's awesome.
We got a lot to talk about in Rotten News. Oh,
Why
my
do you
man.
always
God.
say that? You always say that we have a lot to talk about, and we never have a lot to talk about.
It's part of the script of the
And yet we
podcast.
talk anyway.
Yeah.
Wait, where's the script?
Yeah, I didn't get a copy of the script.
Yeah, we forgot to send Jess a copy.
Oh, shit.
I
You
bet
forgot to send us a copy.
I bet the comment section is going wild. Grim, could you read some of those?
And
Yeah,
Scott,
we can do.
Scott, did you break your ankle? They were watching when you fell.
Yeah, I
Yes.
So, what's happening in the world of the Rottens?
Okay, let's see. Well, the last podcast was Sunday.
That was like a week ago, wasn't it?
That was a week ago.
Yeah.
Did we do anything since then?
Well, since the last podcast, we did film it a little bit earlier. One of the things I remember is that on Saturday night we went to a party. It was fun. It was a birthday party for a guy from Heavenly Hollow. That was fun. Brandy got sick and I got stuck in the fucking mud.
Yep. Those things happen.
but it
We do
was
not
like
have to
you?
discuss this.
Yes, that. Oh yeah.
You
That
physically were stuck in the mud?
My car.
that was Destiny and Steven
Yes.
Kutchman from Hellbilly Hollow that we went to their party, and it was really fun. Cutest
Yes,
dogs.
they are amazing haunters, as well as Destiny being an amazing makeup artist.
Yes,
at
and
Hillbilly Hollow.
they came from Sloss. They worked at
Yeah.
Sloss.
Yes.
And we met some other Sloss folks there, too.
Yes, we did.
I have had the pleasure of working with them, and I adore them.
And then on Sunday, we didn't do shit.
Do
Nope.
shit. We didn't do shit.
On Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, I finished editing the new pool noodle thing that's going to be in Rotten and Grim Kids, and we set a release date for that last week, April 24th, when the 100th episode comes out
Of the podcast.
the podcast. That'll be releasing at the same time. So once you finish the 8-hour fucking 100th episode, you can maybe watch an hour of Grim and Rotten Kids.
You know, we've got a lot planned
Rotten
for
Grim
the...
Kids.
Yeah, fuck, I always fuck that up.
You crack on everybody else fucking it
You
up.
know, the Grim and the Rotten Kids.
I think you said Grim and Grim Kids at one point.
There's a
I'm
lot of me, so,
fairly
yeah.
certain that has happened.
Clones.
We do have a lot coming up for that 100th episode, so... Did you just screenshot?
Screenshot the podcast.
I want to remember this
Screenshot.
moment.
And I think on Thursday we filmed a new episode of Brandy's Haunted Bookshelf,
That's awesome.
which was super, super fun.
Yes, it was super fun.
On
different. There's
Friday,
twist on it.
we did a few TikToks. And on Saturday, we did TikTokies.
Yeah.
Yes.
TikTokies.
Are you eating a popsicle?
Jess, are you?
What?
Are you eating a popsicle?
No, it's my
Okay.
my vape.
What? Oh, sounded like you just kissed the phone.
No,
Okay.
not this episode.
Say that did.
Wrong podcast.
You guys search out Jess's other podcast, Stepsister After Midnight. It's just basically her sleeping. She goes to bed.
Yes.
There's a lot of popsicle reference in it. It's weird.
Yeah. It's basically a popsicle podcast.
Wow. Sponsored by Good Humor. And Good Humor is something you won't find on this podcast.
Nice segue.
Cool. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff that we have worked on or are working on, and we'll be releasing soon. So we're excited for you guys to see that kind of stuff. The end.
Yay! It's over.
Stay rotten.
Stay rotten, everyone.
Is it commercial time? Or do we have...
Now what the fuck are you doing?
Drowning herself.
Don't drown yourself, Jess.
What?
Don't drown yourself.
Don't drown yourself, you know. Don't drown it.
Anyways.
Well, Jess, do you have rotten news to report?
I filmed Saturday.
Yeah.
That's all I got from this past week.
That's good.
Yes.
Saturday was a big filming day.
It was. We got a lot of shit done.
Yeah.
We got a lot of shit done Saturday and Friday and Thursday.
Yep. I gave Matt a black eye Saturday.
Yeah.
Like, did you?
Like, just she plucked it out of another dude's head.
Yeah.
Like, here's a black eye for you.
Which is weird. I mean, that gets into that really weird taxidermy that we don't like to talk about. All right, well, guys, I know riveting. I realize we decided for this podcast we might have been too crazy in the last one.
I think we were.
By riveting, if you mean you're implying that the audience has riveted their mouths closed so we can't hear their abundancy of laughter and applause.
They riveted their ears closed so they couldn't hear our applause. Are you riveting your ears closed? Okay, so you couldn't hear that because she's riveting her ears closed.
Yay!
Probably the happiest one of us now. Well, look, I know that it's not the podcast that you're listening to, but I really, guys, I'm so excited about some of the stuff that we're going to be bringing in the 100th episode. We're so excited that you guys have been here with us on this journey. We have no idea why you have decided to be here with us on this journey.
True.
But good God, man. I was looking at the podcast, and it looks like just about every day somebody's tuning in and checking out some Rotten Mournings or trying to have the most rotten morning. And guys, I can't tell you what that means to me and to us, and that's pretty awesome. We appreciate all the support that you guys give us. So we're going to go ahead and jump to commercial. And when we come back, today's topic, it's a real topic.
We'll be right back with you.
And then we die.
Oh. Yeah, so this is the
Yeah, we're
commercial
back.
part.
Jess died.
It's not a big deal. I'm glad that you guys are back for this part.
Yay!
Yeah. So the sponsors this week, guys.
Brandy's gonna choke the fuck out of me.
Wait, that's
Yay!
not-
TM,
Matt,
brought
put
to
your
you by
butt crack up.
Martin Milton Bradley.
Martin Milton Bradley. I knew that guy in grammar school.
Woo!
Oh my God. This is what our sponsors ad has turned to.
Urza's so sick of our fucking shit right now. Look at her face.
She's so sick of our shit.
It's like, when are you guys gonna shut
It is
up?
so weird how similar Urza's face is to Brandy's expression. Yeah, similar sick of your shit expressions.
Spot on. It is spot on.
Okay,
Are
guys.
you imitating me?
So that's our ad.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Commercial.
I'd sponsor the shit out of that.
That's okay. I'd get all up in that sponsor thing.
Andy, you were doing.
She's trying to connect to it now.
I'm already in here,
Yeah.
dumbass.
There she is.
Hello.
Well, I hope you guys are all sitting down
Welcome back.
You're
because
not sitting.
because that sponsor ad
Was horrible.
It was so bad.
it's probably the best one we've ever had.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The bar
No.
was pretty low.
No.
The bar was pretty low. Well, guys, if you've stuck around,
Oh.
Go ahead.
what causes brain damage?
Corn.
Corn causes brain damage?
That makes
did.
sense.
It did.
I think rotten causes brain damage.
Well, if popcorn does, we're screwed. So, guys, if you have stuck around to the second half of the show, welcome.
We're sorry.
Yes,
you
so
you have
sorry.
fucked up.
So what are we talking about today?
We're talking about holidays.
What holiday are we discussing today?
April the Fools.
Okay, you good. You got us.
Yay.
What are we talking about now?
It's a happy rotten day because we're all fools.
And it's April. We're
So-
April Fools.
So we recorded this segment on Friday, which was April Fools. So if we tell you something that's inaccurate, that's our April Fools.
For the rest of the podcast lifespan.
Series, actually. And actually, that's retroactive to all the previous podcasts.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so
Because that's the
good.
rotten way.
So,
Fits
what?
in perfectly.
A little bit of history on April Fools. It falls in April.
Good history.
Yeah.
I would have never thought.
Usually around the earlier part of the month.
As in the first.
It couldn't get earlier than that.
That also true.
So-
Yeah.
If you had to guess, which I'm assuming you've done, everyone here has done their research, of course. But,
Yeah, I'm trying to get the computer up.
If you had to
We
guess,
can't.
how long would you assume that April Fool's Day has been around for?
8 inches.
What about it, Jess? How long do you think April Fool's Day has been around for?
1582.
Oh, wow. She has done her research.
Damn it, I can't even get my computer to turn on.
I had to do something during the commercial break.
She said she had to do something for the commercial break.
Gotcha.
Don't blame me there.
I had to do
but
something
yeah,
because of the commercial
It
break.
actually has been celebrated for several centuries by many different cultures.
So, where did it come from? Where does it go?
No.
Where does it come from?
April Fool's. Oh.
Well, the specific origins are actually unknown, but a lot of historians speculate that it dates back to 1582, when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar, as called for by the Council of Trent in 1563.
I don't know what any of that means.
That's a bunch of calendar terms.
Well, the Gregorian calendar is the calendar we go by now. Before that, April 1st was the beginning of the calendar. Instead of starting on January 1st, it usually started around the equinox, which is right before the beginning of April.
So
what is the date that you're saying? 1582?
Yes, 1582
Okay.
is when historians speculate that April Fool's Day
So
began.
in that year, and this is a weird like rabbit to chase, but in that year, there are days that do not exist. They never happened because the calendar changed. So a fun bit of trivia is to ask someone like what happened on, I think, October 17th and 1582, because nothing happened. That day never existed. That's just a random rabbit I chased.
Is that like Is that a Gorgon calendar?
It's a
reference?
Gorgon.
Gorgon.
If you look at it, you turn to stone. Yeah,
Well,
that's good.
But it is
Gorgon.
funny because that's why historians have pinpointed this year to be the start of it, is because of the fact that this was, they didn't have, internet at the time. You couldn't communicate with everyone at light speed.
Not up here.
So there were many different areas where they didn't know that the calendar had changed to a different time. And it was actually the people who didn't know to start using a different calendar that were considered the first April Fools.
Oh, that's interesting.
And they were the ones that became the butt of jokes and hoaxes and were called April Fools.
So that day was the butt of all jokes.
The butt.
The butt.
The butt.
Which some of those original jokes and hoaxes included having paper fish placed on their backs and being referred to as Poisson d'Avril, April fish.
Oh, April the fish.
And it was said to symbolize a young, easily caught fish and a gullible person.
Oh, I've been there.
What the fuck?
He's had fish in his butt.
You had fish in your butt.
You had a fish in your butt.
Anal fish.
What the fuck?
Your butt cracks out right now, Matt. Who fucking farted?
Ursa's leaving.
Ursa is not happy.
She doesn't want to smell the fart.
Fun fact. In 1996, Taco Bell, the fast food restaurant chain, duped people when it announced it had agreed to purchase Philadelphia's Liberty Bell and intended to rename it the Taco Liberty Bell.
Pretty great.
That's close to home for Scott, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I live in Philadelphia.
You
Slash
live in
Taco Bell.
Shoot nerds. One of my favorite. We'll get into pranks here in a minute. We'll finish up on history and then we'll jump into some of our favorite pranks. Is that it? Something?
God damn it.
Anybody got any more history?
Actually, yes. So historians have also linked April Fool's Day to festivals such as Hilaria, Latin for joyful, which was celebrated in ancient Rome at the end of March by followers of the cult of Cybele. It involved people dressing up in disguises and mocking fellow citizens and even magistrates, and was said to be inspired by the Egyptian legend of Isis, Osiris, and Seth.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Those words.
It's such beautiful words.
So April Fool's Day spread throughout Britain during the 18th century. In Scotland, the tradition became a 2-day event, starting with hunting.
It was both of them.
Hunting the gout.
I don't look at me like that, Scott.
So it would start with hunting the gout, in which people were sent on phony errands. Gout is a word for cuckoo bird, which was a symbol for fool.
That's like the
cuckoo
snipe
birds.
hunting.
Yeah.
And then it was followed by Taily Day, which involved pranks played on people's derrieres, such as pinning fake tails or kick me signs on them.
I was just celebrating that on Matt's butt.
I hate it here.
You like stealing, mother?
Just, part of the tradition, right?
Yeah, it's part of the tradition.
Sedition.
Put fish in his butt. Put a fish in that butt.
So that's all the ancient history I have on it. If anybody else has anything to add before we get into our favorite pranks.
Absurdity.
I don't, but I will say, like, it is a mischievous day.
Mm-hmm.
And while it doesn't seem to go back as far as it could, this is a Loki-esque day. Or what's the trickster fox of a lot of like Native American?
I haven't got my computer up yet.
That's okay.
I can't answer any questions that I need to Google.
don't ask any questions. But there's a lot of different gods that are gods of mischief.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at that, this would be their day, right? And
Yes.
like maybe this is the day that they can go and play because that gives them life, I based that entirely on nothing.
Oh, okay. There's a French.
Okay.
No, shut up.
Oh,
I was
man,
not
so-
even listening. I was trying to read.
No one else has either. Podcast.
Podcast! Okay, so there's a tradition where French children sometimes tape a picture of a fish on the back of their schoolmates, crying, "Poison da barrel," whatever the fuck it is, when the prank is discovered.
So that's exactly what Brandy just read out loud.
As I said, I was not listening.
Hey, there's this also, and I'm glad you brought
Brandy,
this up.
say something else. I need something else. Say it.
It's not a big deal, but the one thing that you guys didn't mention is that one of the early versions of April Fool's pranks was these little French kids.
Poison.
That is so good. I'm going to use it.
They would cut out like paper fish, right? And this is great. This is the good part. They would then staple it to their friends' asses, and then when it was discovered, they'd be like, "Poison my meals."
I don't know about anyone else, but I'm really looking forward to figuring out what Grimm's family sacrificed on April Fool's Day.
Agreed.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And April Fool, obviously.
Well, as you know, I had about 10 siblings, and I'm down to 7 now. So on April Fools, we would just, they would
One
take one of my
sibling.
brothers and sacrifice.
What are you, like, 4?
I am not 4.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my brothers were older than my mom.
You had 10 of them. You've lost 3 of them. There's been
4 of them.
literally a lot of April Fool's Days between now and
Yes, but most of them are dead now. So
Oh,
who's
it's
going to sacrifice?
Not on leap year.
then.
Oh, yeah, leap year.
What?
That's a good
Don't
one.
agree with that. That's awful.
Yeah, what the fuck? No.
In all
Anyway, poison
seriousness.
Neville.
In all seriousness, though, I really would like to hear how have you guys celebrated April Fool's Day in the past? Have you participated?
Hey, let's kick that
in
one to
any
Jess.
pranks,
Jess,
or had
Yes.
pranks played on you?
what pranks have you pulled on April 1st?
What? Which topic? Pick one.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Oh,
Have
stop.
you
Perfect.
pulled any pranks on anyone that you would like to reveal, or have any been pulled on you?
Well, Matt said anal and then April, so I didn't know which one he was wanting me to say.
Yeah, you know,
Which one he was
No,
wondering?
that is
no,
a very
Jess,
good question.
This isn't the stepsister after midnight. We can't talk about all your anal pranks.
There was this one time with a popsicle.
Let's see. I did saran wrap somebody's car in high school just because I didn't like them. So on April Fool's, I saran wrapped the shit out of their car after I put shaving cream. So it pulled the paint off of their car.
April Fools.
Property damage.
I never got caught.
That's pretty good.
Until now. Damn you.
They're our only listener. Is the person you hated in high school.
Always.
Probably.
Well, what about you, Matt?
Oh, I never took part in April 1st. I don't think I've ever, because again, you know where my stance is on holidays.
You're a fool all the
Smart.
time.
I fucking hate holidays.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, well, the Christians always turn to
Do you
April
have
Fools
any
used to be
April
about
Fool's Day
fertility.
stories,
No.
Grim?
Not
None
that
for
I would
you
say.
either?
Not that I would say. No.
How about you, Scott?
So, this was not me. This was another person. But my mother called me on April 1st one year, and she was like, hey, just wanted to tell you this. I was living in a different state. She's like, I just wanted to tell you this. We had some excitement around the house. In the field behind the house, a helicopter landed. And this was like, there was some war that was going on. And she's like, there was like officials that came out, and we went out there, and they were there for me. And she's like was a high like radiology director and all this stuff. And she was like, they wanted me to do consulting for some of like the triage of the military and stuff because we needed all these people. And I'm like, well, what did you tell them? And she's like, well, I told them April Fools. And I was like, God dang it! Like never in my life would I have imagined that she would have come up with this like perfect detailed story, every single like plot point, and I was like totally like, what is going on? There's helicopter, like what is, and it was it's one of my favorite like April Fool's stories because I was got so good.
You got.
I got gotted.
Got so
gotted.
good.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that from your mom. See, I have not participated in April Fool's Day very often because I never knew how to compete with my mother. She is a genius when it comes to things like that. She has pulled so many pranks over the years, especially on her different coworkers at the vets that she has worked at, by leaving strange creatures behind for them to find and think were real.
Oh my God, her mom
What?
does the wildest fucking April Fool. Like she is the one person that I know for a fact, more than anybody ever in my life, she pulls these ridiculously elaborate.
Yes.
Were you about to tell a story? Because I've got one that your mom did that always
go ahead
sticks
and
in my head.
My favorites are from when I was younger, so please go ahead.
Her mom decided to go. She works at an animal vet clinic, and she decided to make a dummy of one of the doctors, just like a sort of a stuffed with padding clothes, and set it in on the toilet in the fucking clinic. And so, but it kind of misfired a little bit.
Well, she went in super early to set it up and then left again so that the person to come in and open for the
would
day
think that there was nobody there. Well, apparently the dummy fell over and jammed the door. So when the person came to work, they thought somebody had fallen off the toilet and they couldn't get in the bathroom to help them, and they were all freaking the fuck out.
Like I said, my mother is a genius when it comes to April Fool's Day.
But I totally relate to working with dummies.
There is that. But really, some of my favorites are things that happened when I was still too young to remember, but I love these stories. Like there was one year that she replaced all the money in my dad's wallet with Monopoly money. But he worked with mostly family, but all day long he keeps going to get out his wallet. And so it's all like his brothers and cousins laughing at him all day long, but volunteering to like buy his lunch and stuff like that.
It worked out in his favor.
But my Aunt Lisa participated one year as well and sewed the pockets closed on my Uncle Wayne's jeans. And so all day long, he kept trying to put stuff in his pockets and it would fall straight to the floor because he kept forgetting that his pockets were so closed. But one that I remember my mom helping me with, actually, when my sister was still a baby and we had all this baby food. And my little sister hated baby food, prunes. So we had a few jars of that. If you've ever had baby food prunes,
fucking disgusting.
They taste like ass. However, they look like melted fudge. So I took it to school with me in a little dish and had melted fudge and got at least 8 different people to try that shit thinking it was chocolate.
All allergic to prunes.
All dead. It was great. But I did actually pull one myself a few years ago at my office. And I don't think any of my coworkers listen to our podcast, but if they do, they will finally know that I was the one responsible for replacing the soap in the guy's bathroom with a bottle that said, maybe you touched your genitals.
Oh my fucking God!
That's fantastic. There's a lot of really good soap pranks. One of my favorite soap pranks is there's a bar of plastic that looks just like soap, and people will leave that in bathrooms, and it doesn't lather because it's just a piece of like hard plastic. They're like, I don't know why it's not doing soap things. I don't know why soap activities aren't occurring. um, that's awesome. The internet has been a great source of like finding like fantastic pranks. I was looking at some earlier, and in a super dickish move, Bill Gates, when he was starting, or when Microsoft was really taking off, this guy had applied to be CEO, and like all these random people had applied to be CEO. And on April Fools, they just called one of these random guys and was like, "You got it."
Wow.
Fuck.
That is a super dickish move.
Yeah.
My most memored April Fools was when Pornhub changed to Cornhub.
Oh, yeah.
I
And
remember
you
that.
went there, and it was just like videos of corn.
And they were fantastic, hard to jerk off to. But
Yeah,
they were
very
great.
hard to jerk off to.
Very well made.
They were very
Nice
well
corn,
made.
too.
They were. It was some of the best corn.
Yeah.
Some of the best corn. They only have premium.
Yeah.
Corn.
No.
Premium corn. Yeah. It wasn't any amateur corn. that I
Corn on the
remember.
cob.
What?
Corn on the cob.
No.
Like corn on the cob.
No, I
Corn on the
see
cob.
I see what you tried there.
Did I?
What?
Did I?
ThinkGeek actually got in a lot of I don't want to say trouble, but they would keep coming up with products. ThinkGeek was a website that would have like these kind of zany like merchandising products, and on April 1st they would always come out with one, and one of them was like the Tauntaun sleeping bag from Star Wars.
That ended up being a product eventually.
Almost everything that they came out with on April Fools, people were like, I don't care what, it's a joke. I will pay you money for it.
Yeah.
They're like, well,
I want
goddamn,
that
I gotta,
now.
yeah, like I have to have it. And so a lot of their products came from April Fools jokes.
Yeah. Well, you know, Jess mentioned the Taco Bell stunt from 1996. Does anybody remember 98 when Burger King advertised the left-handed Whopper?
No,
Yep.
that's awesome.
And they had scores of clueless customers requesting the fake sandwich.
That is funny. Fuck.
And you know, Google notoriously hosts an annual April Fool's Day prank that has included everything from telepathic search to the ability to play Pac-Man on Google Maps.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you can do that. That's really really fun thing to do. I was listening to NPR earlier, their April Fools, and they said for April Fools every year they put one fake story in their actual news program with no hint that it's fake, except for that it's ridiculous. And they talked about like how to create a really good April Fool's prank, because they've been doing this for years. There's a ton of writers that are involved in it, and they're like, you start out kind of simple, you build it up in the ridiculous, and you end it with complete nonsense. So that's the reveal, is that it's now so silly that it's unbelievable. Yeah. But like, there were really, really interesting things. I was really happy to hear that NPR was doing it. I didn't even know.
NPR has done some amazing things over the years, but you know, they really got a lot of people with their stunt in 1992, where they ran a spot with former President Richard Nixon saying he was running for president again. Only it wasn't Nixon, it was an actor, and it was an April Fool's Day prank, but a lot of people believed it.
Oh, they got super mad because they're like, how can he run for the third term?
Yeah. I got April Fool's today, and I just realized that I got April Fool's today. Fuck. I am so stupid. So when we were at Walmart earlier, I told you guys something, and you might not remember it. Brandy might remember it. That I said that Spirit Halloween might be going year round.
Oh my God!
Oh no! I love that. I was hoping it was.
When did you realize that? Because as soon as I saw that,
fucking now.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, no!
I'm so fucking pissed
Fuck
right now.
me. Not only did I get April Fool's by it,
You did it to us.
And I just now clicked in my head like, son of a bitch.
So Fake Scott had posted that on her wall, and I was like, it's a bad day for announcement. And she's like, I can still hope.
I didn't even think about it.
Oh, it's a bad day to
Fuck.
listen to news. Yeah.
It's a bad day to pay attention to anything.
Son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
I
Wait a minute. Is this actual edible grass?
Have we been eating plastic? What is this, styrofoam?
It doesn't look like you eat much.
No, it's because it does taste like styrofoam.
I actually did get the same thing happened to me where I saw something, I got excited about it, and then it turned out that I was ridiculous. I should have never gotten excited about it, but there was a poster for Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. doing Scooby-Doo 3, like Return with Rowan Atkinson. Like, it's the full movie poster and everything. And, like, I just wasn't thinking, like, it's a bad day to
believe anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not that could possibly be good. Let's don't like.
Not like Charlie's Angels.
What?
What the fuck?
It's Scott's favorite movie.
Oh,
It's not my
makes sense. That
favorite
makes
movie.
sense.
Not the first one.
But the first and the second one together are my April Fool's.
It's not an April Fool's joke.
Oh, yeah. It's just done so well.
Oh, God.
Who's the director? Oh, it's MCG. That's the director. Yeah. He did great stuff.
Yeah, anyways, so
That
April
was
Fools.
nice. Yes.
April
Good joke,
Fool.
Scott.
Did anybody get you today, Jess? Because all of us have admitted we have been got today.
I actually didn't.
Well, we're not recording this, so
April Fools!
That would be funny.
Yeah,
But we don't really want to do this again, so this is the podcast.
Yeah,
Yes.
it should have been tipped off that it's a phone call. Wow. Guys, if you're more interested in April Fools, I encourage you to just go search like best April Fools pranks on Google. You will see a ton of delightful hijinks and mischief throughout the
And
years.
also some not delightful hijinks. Because
Yeah,
some
and
people
also
are really rude and
heartbreaking.
hateful.
Be really careful about making April Fool's jokes because you might think like, oh, this will be funny. If it's something like I'm pregnant, I'm getting married, or someone in my family has died, just be mindful about that, people. That's not fucking
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
You
because
will
you
reap
told
what you
a
sow,
lie
man.
doesn't mean you told a joke.
Exactly.
Guys, that's your moral lesson from Rotten. Uh,
Like, we
Which
should
is
be
not
giving
something we
moral
normally
lessons
do.
here.
feels like an April Fool's in itself.
It
Kinda,
does.
doesn't it? But this has been Rotten Mornings,
Yeah, Jess, thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thanks.
and for all you guys listening,
Stay rotten.
stay right.
Stay
Stay
rotten.
rotten.
Stay riding.
Join us next time for another episode of Rotten Mornings.